Welcome back, everyone. Jason here, and today we're talking about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, usually we talk about No Man's Sky, but I want to take a little bit of a break because, holy cow, there's a ton of information coming out about Cyberpunk 2077, including the fact that it is longer than Witcher, The Witcher 3 specifically. This game is longer than The Witcher 3. That is ridiculous. There's also been some gameplay leaks, and so before anything gets started, I'm only going to be showing the two gameplay videos that Cyberpunk, that CD Projekt Red has put out officially. So they cut out all the spoilers. There's no spoilers in this video at all. I might say a little thing here or there that might hint at things, but I'm not going to spoil anything about the game whatsoever. So there's not going to be any video of that. There's not going to be any of that stuff. Just officially released things from CD Projekt Red. So with all that being said, hopefully you guys are enjoying it. Hopefully you guys are excited about Cyberpunk. I am officially going to be streaming it the day it comes out. And the reason I'm going to be streaming it is because they actually put in an option. This is going to be our first bit of news. They put in an option that you can actually disable all the copyrighted music in the game. And if you don't know, for YouTubers, that is amazing because I don't know how many times I have gotten streams taken down or just censored completely. Like they either remove the sound completely in that section, or they just take the stream down completely because there's copyrighted music in the stream. With this option, it'll just not play any of that music, which is awesome. I love that option, and I am definitely going to be using that when we stream. But to get into the bigger topic is, it is longer than the Witcher 3, which is mind-blowing to me, because I don't know if you guys played Witcher 3 or beat it. I beat it, and I probably played that game for a month straight. Not every minute of the day, but every day I was playing like 4 or 5 hours of it. I probably clocked close to 100 to 150 hours in The Witcher 3. And I didn't do every single bit. I did a lot of it. I did a majority of it. But I didn't complete every side mission or anything like that. I didn't do a completionist run. So if actually you go over to Twitter, the QA lead at CD Projekt Red, these are the guys, the QA lead and the QA people are the ones who play the game and they try to find all the bugs. They want to fix everything before it ships out. That way you don't run into any bugs when you play it at home. Now, they can't do 100%, but they go through and they play every bit of the game to make sure it all works correctly for all versions of the game. Well, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. We have the lead QA person over at CD Projekt Red. He is, we'll call him Babel. I know that's a really messed up pronunciation of his name. Sorry about that. But Babel actually just posted one thing, one post on his Twitter. It is just how it started, how it's going. And he started the game, and by the time he got to a complete ending, he said, and for the record, this is not 100% completion. This is just him playing around, doing some stealth stuff, some just exploring the world, testing the game to make sure it works. 175 hours. 175 hours. Now, you can take into account that if he's just running around and doing some weird things and not really playing the game, just exploring, that doesn't really count towards, the actual playtime to complete the game. But I mean, he sunk in 175 hours before he was like, quote unquote, done with a playthrough. Now, if you go over to howlongtobeat.com, they actually compile a list of people who say, oh yeah, I played the game for this long, this is how long it took. They put The Witcher 3 at completionist. That means beating every single mission and doing everything in the game at 172 hours. 172 hours to beat every single thing. So you're talking probably 150 hours for a majority of people. They also have the, main plus the extras is 102. So you're thinking a majority of people played for about 100 hours. I know that for me personally, when I played The Witcher 3, I was messing around, exploring, looking for different items, collecting things, materials, and stuff like that. So yeah, I probably played between 100 and 150 hours. But seriously, 100, on average, people are going to be playing for between 50 and 100 hours, depending on how many extra, missions they do. And that's for The Witcher 3. And this guy, this playtester, went for 175. Oh, man. This game is going to be amazing. So I'm super pumped up. Also, there have been leaks. I guess officially they lost track of a hard disk, because they ship out the game to stores first, and they have to hold on to the game. They try not to ship it out too early because these stores, they're always fears of breaking release dates. So if you don't know how stores work, like if you go down to a Walmart or a GameStop or whatever, they'll usually get the game in a week early or so, depending on the developer, the publisher, all that stuff. Week or so before it. That way they can get ready for it. They can get, the number of copies that they need. They can set up like displays. They can set up different events, like if they want to have people come in at certain times. It allows them to do that, but they keep it in the back room, and it's all sealed up. And when it ships in, there's no question what it is, because they want you to make sure this is, like if with Cyberpunk, if it arrives in the back room, it will have stickers all over it saying, "Do not open before December 10th. This is Cyberpunk. Do not release it before this date. You will be held legally accountable." Blah 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 blah. They do not want you to release the game until street date. Well, that never ever. There's always that one employee somewhere who he grabs a disc and he goes home with it. So of course it happened in this case. Of course, there's some retailer out there. It looks like it's probably in Europe somewhere, and it's probably a PS4 regular version. Took it home, popped it in, and of course it works. Now, to be fair, it does not have the day one patch on it. So it's going to have bugs and glitches in it. It's not going to look as good as it will when the day one patch hits. I mean, I can't even imagine. They did the same thing with No Man's Sky. I don't know if you remember this. No Man's Sky leaked, I think, 2 weeks before as well. And No Man's Sky, before the day one patch, was a broken mess. I mean, even after the day one patch, it was a broken mess. But can you imagine playing No Man's Sky before they even had a chance to patch it? The disc, if you were to get a PS4 disc of No Man's Sky and not apply the day one patch, it was a mess. And so I can't even imagine. Yeah, you can play Cyberpunk 2077, but it's going to be bad. It's going to run poorly. It's going to have a lot of bugs in it. And so I'm not even looking for that gameplay because I know it's not final gameplay. It's like if someone came up and said, "Oh yeah, I played Cyberpunk in 2016. It's like, whoa. Okay, great. The game is different now. It's completely different, and it's closer to what it should be, but there's going to be bugs. So don't seek it out. I'm sure you're going to see everyone sharing it online. Once it's out there, it's out there. CD Projekt Red is going after channels and taking down, stuff. That's why it's not in this video. I'm not going to talk in detail into what happens or anything like that. I'm just going to be like, it's out there. Beware. Look for, specifically only channels you trust and they're not going to spoil it for you. They're not going to show you that stuff. And again, I mean, someone can put it up and it'll be up there for a day or two before CD Projekt Red goes after them and has them take it down. They'll copyright it as well, just like music. Anyway, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's about 2 weeks out. And so I just wanted to get in there, give you guys my thoughts on it. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped up. And hopefully you guys are excited to see some Cyberpunk on December 10th when it comes out. So hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, hit that like button for me. And if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading videos all the time. And I will see you guys next time.